All right, guys, I'm the Kodiak, and today we're here to talk about Breece Hall. There's been a lot of talk on Broncos country today about Breece Hall potentially becoming a member of our team, about Breece Hall potentially being available during the NFL draft because Aaron Glenn had come out and said that the team may favor a running back by committee type approach, and they might, look to split a guy like Breece Hall. Maybe they try to send him to a good situation because let's be honest, he hasn't really had the best situations throughout his career. But in my opinion, he's completely cooked. I've seen a lot of people being really excited about the idea behind making a move for a guy like Breece Hall. And while over the past 2 years, he's had, let me do some quick math in my head, is that 123 receptions? Yeah, I think so. So 100, or no, that's 133. 133 receptions over the past 2 years, which is something that we could have never even imagined from the running back position. And yes, he's not completely cooked, but he has not been the same player ever since he uh, broke his knee. Like if you look at his explosive play rating, he is number 13 in the NFL, which is still definitely better than anything we've had. But at the end of the day, I think he's already a declining asset considering he has gotten worse with efficiency every single year. So if you just look at his true yards per carry, it's 4.0, 5.1 yards per touch, which actually is pretty good. 20.3 missed tackles forced percentage. And by the way, the missed tackles forced percentage is getting worse every single year. Number 10 in yards created per touch, but a lot of that is due to the volume. 3.99 yards created per touch, which, I mean, I guess once again, that's pretty good, but negative 44 EPA as a rusher, and that's just not good. That's just not good at all. And he's doing that with an average of 6.1 defenders in the box, so that's like not too much of an excuse there either. Number 10 in the league in stuffed runs, so it's not really all his fault, but listen. Uh, Looking at the advanced analytics beyond just that, Hall ranks 39th of 44 backs in the past 2 years with a minimum of 200 carries and EPA per rush, second worst percentage of rushes for 0 or negative yards, fifth worst in true media's rushing success rate, and that's while facing stack boxes only 15.5% of the time. He's tied for the most fumbles, second worst in first down rate, and 31 in third down conversion rate. And listen, I'm not here to say that the dude is completely cooked, and maybe it would be different here because the Jets, let's be honest, not a good situation, anemic ecosystem, anemic passing offense, anemic pretty much everything. And Hall has showed out despite all that, but listen, with Allen and Davis, it seems like a lot of Jets reporters are indicating that Breece Hall might be split. So if you just look at some of the production here as well, it's just not getting better every single year. Like all the efficiency stats are declining, which just isn't good. All the broken tackle stats are getting worse every single year. Like if you look here, 29.9 attempts per broken tackle, and then we've got 9.5 receptions per broken tackle as well throughout the past few years. So yeah, uh, we have 432 yards before contact, which, I mean, listen, 2.1 yards before contact, that's just not good. And trust me, I do think that if he were to go to a better situation, uh, would be fantastic. But once again, I feel like he's just a name. I feel like since people are obsessed with highlights and people are obsessed with Madden and fantasy, I feel like he's not the consistency of a runner that we're actually looking for on the team. And, seeing what Jets fans have to say, if people say something negative about a player and their fan base and their fandom tracks with that, it's probably really bad. So we've had a bunch of people on Jets Reddit say that Breece straight up looked slow last season. He had stuff going on with him independent of scheme. It was very puzzling. And then we also have another thing saying Breece also showed a decline, especially early on. He doesn't initiate contact. He doesn't hit hard. He doesn't gain extra yards. He doesn't hit the right holes. There's nothing about his game last year that screams great, let alone elite. And while I don't necessarily agree with this comment, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that he's the kind of guy who the Broncos are looking for to be a difference maker because much like Javonte, much like Nick Chubb, it just seems like that ACL injury has really hampered him as time has gone on. Granted, we've seen a handful of really, really nice plays from Breece Hall, but the down-to-down consistency is just not there. And if you're looking at this Bleacher Report article, granted it is Bleacher Report, according to ESPN's Rich Cimini, I think his name is, who's the ESPN beat writer for ESPN New York, it seems like the Jets are kind of looking or headed in this direction. And a lot of the trade packages they get, like, they're just not really anything substantial. So DeAndre Swift, third round pick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. 2025 third round pick, 2025 sixth round pick, Breece Hall. So if Breece Hall really is a game-changing running back and we're getting 4 packages the Jets couldn't refuse for Breece Hall, then why in the world is he being offered for a day 2 pick and a day 3 pick? And like, I don't know, that seems to be the headed market, or at least the way the media thinks that everything's going to go. Just received 2025 third round pick and a 2025 sixth round pick. All right. And then the Cowboys received Breece Hall. Rather than hope, a blue chipper like Genty is still available at 12. Maybe they kick the tires on Breece Hall. Jets received 2025 fourth round pick and wide receiver Luke McCaffrey. So, listen, I'm just here to say that it's just not happening. Like, if you are hoping for something out of Breece Hall, if you're hoping for the Broncos to make a move for him, I think you need to look elsewhere because we do still have a limited arsenal of picks in this draft. We have 7 picks in this draft, but we have 3 sixth rounders and no fifth rounder, which I mean, I feel like that the fifth rounder really hampers our ability to go after a guy like Breece Hall. And either way, I just don't see it. Like, I just don't see the vision, especially because I don't really think that this team is going to pay up for a declining asset, especially one who's going to be in a contract year. So yeah, once again, he's not the worst player that we could go target, and I'd still get the vision if they were to go after him, but he is very dynamic out of the backfield, and I'm not going to say he's not, but once again, I just feel like his efficiency drop off over the past 2 years is a really, really big indicator of where he's headed. He also fumbled 6 times last year, so that's just not good at all. But either way, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. Bye, salute.